The S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, that's what we're discussing here on the day. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone's went well. Now, when we look at this action, I believe today, basically the end of this week was all depicting on where we were going to close. And all I really wanted to see was holding above some of these key levels, okay? So when we attack this first, that's what we're looking at. When we go specifically into the Nasdaq, you're looking at that hold of 16,000, over 15, like 9.8. And you did. You got what you wanted. That's what we needed. Step number one, very good news. We look a little bit broader. We look at some of the Dow. The Dow ended this week very, very strong, breaking back into that chart prime level we have marked out there as well. Okay. IWM pushing back, breaking out of the pennant we mentioned yesterday, pushing back to the 200. Now confirmation is above and a hold at that level. So there's big things we're looking at. And again, what I believe, all you take from this video is short term, right? We just wanted to see holds on these levels for the end of this week with this low volume, and it was very good. Next week, I think it's just getting started. But I'd ask you to do two things: consider liking and subscribing to the channel Monday through Friday. Every single day, we're making videos for you, so you are prepared and you're ready for everything that's happening here in this market. But also, too, again, the Discord has been sold out, but for right now, we are doing the Black Friday sale. We opened some spots available. Now, we're doing the sale on only the annual and the quarterly memberships, so you're getting 50% off. It says right here, use the 4L for 50% off of lifetime, annual, and quarterly memberships. And there is some monthly available memberships as well. We never offer lifetime. This is the once a year opportunity you're going to get. So again, it's going to be 50% off the 3,000 lifetime guarantee in Discord. But again, those are all selling out as we speak. There's 10 spots available. I think there was like 40 here, and then there was like another 20 here. So basic access obviously selling the slowest, but again, that's what we have there. Now let's get back to it. So again, going into this week, I want you to just stay relative to what we're looking for. Okay. This week, we got some good, honestly, surprising movement, breaking to some of these upsides, breaking to some of these targets on Nasdaq and stuff. But at the end of the day, all we really want is to just hold these levels for when volume starts to kick back in. It's the same thing around New Year's, Christmas, summer months, 4th of July. We go into spring break. Those are all small, low volume weeks. And typically, we don't get any action. We got some of the good ones here. So we're breaking above holding. Now, 52-week highs here on the Nasdaq, right here, 16.27. If we look at ES as well, you can go see there where we're at. Again, you're very close to those highs also. But if we look at just indexes that don't take into account what's happening with the futures rollover, you're already breaking most of these highs. SPY, you're just about there. And then we have a little bit further, less than 10% to get back into those all-time highs, right? Around 5%, give or take. QQQ, tech heavy, you're already breaking out, you're already pushing up. Very strong, exactly what you want to see. And all we wanted to see to end this week was, can we mount above previous highs? And that's what you're doing here, right? This is what we talk about day in and out. If you're looking to get into trading, you're looking to know when a great opportunity is, textbook is you hit resistance, you reject, you push down, you break up eventually, you get the retest, and that's your opportunity, is that retest, right? It's not when you're testing the resistance, it's when you break and then you retest. That's the opportunity. That's what we're looking for, okay? And so that's the opportunity that you're getting here, and that's what we wanted to see, is another day, another week of holding above this, and that's what we got. That's the good news here. Now, going into this coming week, we do have some earnings. We do have some things we have to pay attention to, okay? Now, we got the big earnings on Nvidia, right? Semiconductors, they've all gave us our earnings. Now, again, this is the daily chart. You have resistance, obviously, at all-time highs, 505. You're finding resistance. I believe, personally, you're getting a pretty decent opportunity. Now, what Chart Prime doesn't do is bring back these other levels that we have back here. And so, again, I think it's important that we're highlighting this level here as well. Again, I think we're getting an opportunity here on Nvidia with semis, and I'll go into other semis in a little bit. But when we look at how they're moving, again, Nvidia's earnings, incredibly bullish for myself. Love them long term. I don't have a position established for options or anything along those lines, but I see the opportunity arising there. But when I keep saying there's other opportunities in the sector that you can take advantage of, AMD being one of the major ones now. Now, we loved it all the way to 122, but now you're potentially getting the break and retest of that level as well, 122. You break and hold this, you're targeting 132, 130 minimum. And AMD has a lot of room to run. If you look at the weekly, you go back to actual all-time highs. I mean, you still have, $40 of range to get there, almost 30% more of, runway. These are things that you want to be paying attention to, and these are ultimately what we always say here: opportunities, 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 opportunities. I can only say it so much. And that's what we want to play out here. And that's what you're getting. That's the movement we want. Also, too, VIX is making new 52-week lows almost. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see. Everything across the board. DXY showing inherent weakness into the end of the week as well. As you come back in here, you're seeing more selling, pushing back into lows. Also, what is DXY doing? If you don't understand what DXY, the dollar, what I'm talking about here, is you're getting a good metric of understanding risk on versus risk off. Lower highs, lower lows being put in consistently over the past week, 2 weeks here as well. Also, oil still coming down. These are all the things that you want to see. Again, pretty disgusting what's happening here. Rejecting off the 200 SMA, pushing down. Everything is lining up for what we want to see here. I'm not trying to be a perma bull. I'm not trying to push a narrative. This is just my opinion, what I'm looking at in the market, and ultimately how I'm trying to take advantage of this. So hopefully we are on the same page. You understand where I'm coming from here. Now, also, too, I do want to highlight, too, it's not for myself, but it is for one of the sponsors of the channel. You see these levels here, the chart prime levels. You also see what's happening here as well. And then the new scanner that just was released from Chart Prime as well. You can customize this to your liking. But again, all this is partnered. It's an add-on to TradingView, just so you know. And they are having their big sale as well. The link for Chart Prime is down below if you want to support the channel. But also, too, I like to have you guys tapped into understanding, especially if you're new to understanding these levels as well. They're all there. And again, I'm not trying to be super salesy, but it's that one weekend of the year that everyone's having massive sales and people are trying to use new things that they haven't used before and hopefully getting the best deal for yourself, right? So those are all the things that I'm looking at. Now, equities into this week. Number one. Now, again, this is Options AI. They do not have a Black Friday sale, so I'm sorry. But when we're looking at this week, CRM, CrowdStrike, Cloud. Okay, they all have earnings. Okay, CRM, we love them. We've been talking about CRM. A lot of you guys are asking. And again, if you want to check out our charts, I'm probably gonna do another day of charting. So make sure you're checking it out. Our Twitter link is down below. I'm trying to have more of a relation with you guys, answer questions all the time. But I'm gonna do more chart requests. But all these are here as well, right? I'm gonna have more available. I'll do another request probably tomorrow, but stay on the lookout for that as well. But CRM, we charted this one on there also. So you look at the daily, right? Let's just look at daily for now. Clear bull flag to the 200 SMA, you bounced off it. Now you go into the 1 hour, what's happening here? You have that nice ascending triangle established at 122. You're mounting, you retest today, you're bouncing back up. Very strong. So the sentiment going to earnings for CRM, CrowdStrike, very bullish. Currently, I have CrowdStrike. I switched from CRM into CrowdStrike, and they touched our resistance today at 213. I'm looking for a breakout. I'm looking for continuation. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, are you playing these for earnings? I don't want to share that right now. I just don't want to because I just don't know if I'm going to. Also, too, a lot of you guys take really big risk when it comes to earnings, and I just don't want to be held accountable for that, to be honest. I just don't. Even though you guys are the ones that make the decisions, and this is in no way financial advice, just me giving my opinion on how I'm trading the market. But yeah, I just want to let that be known. If you are trading earnings, I think you have to go with the metric of at least 2 to 3 months on your contracts minimum. But I do think CRM, I do think CrowdStrike can absolutely kill these earnings. And the upside room here, like for instance on CrowdStrike, is crazy. You're already above your big level. You're pretty illiquid over 213 as well into like 227. CRM, the story's essentially the same as well. Breaking above, 230, possibly even more. You break above this, you're really cooking back into 250, 260. So again, the opportunities are there. I'll have these all charted out, but you can see the expected move on CRM is pretty small, 4.7%. I believe it could beat that with ease. CrowdStrike, a little bit bigger expected move here. Okay, a little bit, or should be, right? Because they've had some bigger moves. Going into their expected move, loading in, tick, 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 tick. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get 6.4% as anticipated, a little bit higher? But again, I still like them. I like Cloud. This is where we can see the next big impulse move into the market. If you don't want to trade those because of earnings that are taking place, look at some consolidation plays. Snow, Datadog, some of these other cloud names, ZS, whatever you want to look at. That's what I'd be looking at. That's the big trades for this week. Shorter video. I'll have another video for you guys on Sunday. I got to get out of here. I got a lot of family stuff going on. Have a good one, traders.